Rossi, we've got something. I need a name, Reed.
Admitted after biting a large piece of flesh out of his 9-month-old sister.
A name.
Believes he's possessed by a flesh-eating demon.
Reed.
Floyd Phelan Farrell.
Phelan? Floyd Phelan? You know him? Sure I do.
He trapped.
Not armed.
We secured our weapons before we arrived. It's not our first time in a prison.
No, I suppose that's true.
I have to say, when I heard that he contacted you, I was surprised.
Why?
Chester Hardwick, he doesn't really talk much to anyone.
Well, that usually changes when someone's about to die.
And this button here, it sounds audibly as well as triggers a flashing light to signal the guards when you're finished.
Thank you.
Are these the crime scene photos?
Some of them, yes.
Oh. God, I knew what he did, of course, but I, never saw 23 victims like this.
Sometimes in these interviews, they talk about crimes they were never charged with, so it might even be more.
Is it ever less?
No.
Please. Paying attention to these items projects a kind of importance on them when he... All your life, you've gone after victims who couldn't fight back. And the rest of the time you spent looking over your shoulder. Worried about the knock on the door. Scared that somebody like me would be on the other side waiting to put you away. At your core, you're a coward.
Chester, do you want to know why you killed those women?
Dr. Reed.
Thank you, all of you, for coming.
Well, your colleagues don't look all that happy to see us.
Just to give you an idea of what we're dealing with here, just for...
If the unsub's father really taught at Broussard, chances are he's local.
Reed?
Angels of Mercy, they repeat the same event over and over again.
What are you getting at?
Well, if, as you said, the story's true, then he's leaving one key piece of information out. The event that's...
Was killed.
Sorry, I'm late.
I hope she was worth it.
I hope it was a she.
Sorry, I was at the movies.
Oh, really? Why didn't you tell us what it was about?
I had to leave early, so I can't really...
I know it's late. I know we're tired, but we've got 2 dead cops.
All right, the resident, Rod Norris, was...
Something like this makes you question everything you thought you knew.
Yeah, it's like the monolith in 2001.
So there was actually a time when something like this was socially acceptable?
Oh, you're young. The 80s left a lot of people confused. This is especially sad, though.
All right, very funny, guys, very funny. What'd you do to it?
Do?
Well, you obviously altered it in Photoshop or something, that hair.
Oh, no, Pussycat, that's all you. Garfield High, class of '89.
You really didn't change anything?
I hacked it, as is. You're seriously trying to tell me you don't remember rocking that look?
Perhaps your lack of recognition stems from a dissociative fusion.
Francis, Jennifer Giroux, Penelope Garcia, Derek Morgan, and Spencer Reed.
Thanks for being here. Anything that you need, just tell me. Please don't stand on protocol. What can you tell us about the city surveillance system? It's run by the NYPD. It's still in the infant stages. It's been rather controversial. American privacy laws. But they've had some success. And they'll have complete access. They're already expecting you. Shelley?
I'd like to get a map of the borough.
We think we might have a serious problem.
What is it?
We have multiple...
Yeah, I've got like 300 cameras right there. Give me a sec.
I'm here with Reed, but I don't know where anyone else is.
The ability to clone myself in a year's supply of Adderall.
I'll put on the coffee.
Small towns suck for victimology. Too much...
From outside to indicate what time the rain will come.
Willis Farwell.
On a scene, he noticed several things. No blood spatter inside the road. It's always at night on a remote highway.
It can't be a coincidence. The victim type and this very...
You want to sit this one out?
I don't.
Well, maybe you're just stressed out about going home to Las Vegas. Did you tell your mom you're coming?
Why aren't we reviewing the case file?
I don't know. Maybe because someone fell asleep on the jet.
All right, let's start from the beginning one more time.
This is Ethan Hayes. He was 5.
You, and I'm sorry for that.
You're the FBI. You're right. You're right. I'm really sorry.
Sir, please. Go back upstairs and try to get some rest. It was just a misunderstanding. Everything is fine, I promise you that.
Spencer, what are you doing here?
I'm here for work. We're investigating the murder and abduction of 2 5-year-old boys.
I don't like the idea. You working on...
Survive for a few hours, actually, even days.
Postmortem indicates that he slit her throat at 5 a.m.
Anyone, he'll deliver a subtle insult didn't pay attention to the other. Those are really nice earrings. I like those.
Thanks.
My grandmother wears a lot of fake jewelry also. Looks nice. Ignoring the one woman puts her in direct competition with
Cops. All pretty tough targets. Victims capable of defending themselves.
As the unsub's sense of power escalated,
Where'd you find this kid?
His punctuation and orthography within the blog entry is consistent with each separate person. Words like soda and pop. One guy uses dashes while the other uses ellipses.
Where'd you find this kid?
he was left in a basket on the steps of the FBI.
One side of the discourse made reference.
Eileen Warnos used to purposefully stage paid sexual encounters as an excuse to murder men she thought would rape her.
But Warnos was psychotic and disorganized. I think this girl is poisoning them before...
Dr. Reed?
Dr. Reed, our expert on, well, everything. Morgan, it's been 6 months. Everything's okay. This is Special Agent Gideon, Special Agent Morgan, our expert on obsessional crimes. Special Agent Reed.
Dr. Reed?
Dr. Reed, our expert on, well, everything. And after 2 years busting my butt in this office, I hope you remember me.
He's willing to try. Feels about asserting his masculinity.
When did the Bureau become involved in the case?
After the fourth body. He dumped that one out of...
By taking the time to dress her, but then dump her here.
Sandy, no. I'm so sorry.
Oh, no,
I hurt her.
it's okay. It's what we call the Reed effect. Happens with children, too. I'm Agent Hotchner. This is Special Agent Dr. Reed.
Oh, you look too young to have gone to medical school.
There are PhDs, 3 of them.
What are you, a genius or something?
I don't believe that intelligence can be accurately quantified, but I do have an IQ of 187 and eidetic memory and can read 20,000 words per minute. Yes, I'm a genius.
Sandy, you get a lot of attention, don't you?
Yeah. You gotta find something. This girl is dead.
I think we may have missed the obvious.
What are you doing? Reed, what made you think of this?
It was the only empty case.
All right, I'm an insomniac who listens to Metallica to go to sleep at night. What song could possibly speak to me?
Enter Sandman.
Door was locked,
Matthew Rowland and his roommate watched as the doorknob turned against the lock.
but the unsub couldn't get in,
So he pours the accelerant into the room from the hallway.
which means he couldn't see the fire.
But he could hear Matthew Rowland screaming.
Yeah, but not for long. He would have left quickly.
Yeah, to avoid being spotted.
Doesn't make sense.
Pyromania as a mental disorder may just be a simple myth, but we do know from precedent that serial arsonists derive pleasure from pathological fire setting.
Sex and power.
But a serial arsonist wouldn't just set a fire and walk away.
He needs to experience it.
So why would he set a fire he couldn't watch?
They turned the water
He
off.
doesn't go on dates. He doesn't go to parties. He doesn't feel comfortable in front of groups. And of course, he's a total psychopath.
Of course.
Do you think he'll get a lead from the hotline?
Be better than your contemporaries or predecessors. Try to be better than yourself.
Check in 3.
Not bad. Checkmate. Don't worry. You're getting there.
Fun.
Make a wish?
Can I take this hat off?
I wouldn't.
Hey, Spence. First piece for the birthday boy.
Do you know she's the only person in the whole world who calls me Spence?
Spence, get over here.
I totally saved her life. And I'm pretty certain that it was caught on tape.
You know what you said in...
Home, utility bill, or home address on this home?
Come on, everybody lives somewhere. There's got to be a paper trail.
If there is, we can't find it.
In this day and age, you can't live without leaving some sort of trace.
Unless someone pays your bills for you.
What about Russo? Could he be taking care of him?
No. Russo's not paying.
Thank you.
If you find baldness and wrinkles attractive.
Look at his little witty bitty nose. Don't you want one of these?
I'll stick to practicing. Easy there, tough guy. Have some coffee with your sugar.
I need something to wake me up.
Ooh, late night?
Very.
My man.
Not that kind of late night. Not that kind of late night.
Okay, so tell me, what does keep young Dr. Reed awake at night? Wait, let me guess. Memorizing some obscure textbook. No. Working on cold fusion. No, I got it. Watching Star Trek and laughing at the physics mistakes.
Actually, there aren't that many scientific errors in Star Trek, especially considering how long ago it was made. There are certain improbabilities, but not that many outright errors.
Right.